BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 173, and I'm your Sunday host, Steve Bourgie86 here again. Yes, it is Sunday, everybody, and as you know, it is Christmas Day, and I just want to wish everyone that watches the BodyBags channel and all my co-hosts a Merry Christmas. I know Tori actually didn't get a chance to do a review yesterday. He was out with family. It's just hectic, and he didn't have time to reach out and let us know. It's all good in the hood because it is the holiday season. I understand that. But I am here doing a review right now, taking a break from the festivities of Christmas to give you a little review here of a film. And this film does have to do with Christmas in a way. The way I would describe this film is it could be set on any other day and it would still be a solid film, but it is kind of cool that this type of film is set on Christmas too, in a way. And that is a film from, what year? I believe this is a 2005, 2006 film. I'm not really sure the exact date because it is a French film and it goes by the title of Sheitan. Yes. This film stars Vincent Cassel and Roxanne Mesquita, who are two actors that I do know. I know Roxanne Mesquita from, of course, Kiss of the Damned and Sin and Tunchi. And Vincent Cassel is just a phenomenal actor from, of course, Black Swan, Irreversible, numerous films, Derailed with Clive Owen. He's in that film. He's in tons of films and stuff. Partisans, another one that he starred in recently, which is pretty solid. He's a very phenomenal actor. Now, the main plot of this one, we're introduced to our group of characters. One is Bart and his friends, and they're in like this nightclub on Christmas Eve, and they meet this mysterious woman who's played by Roxanne Mesquita, and they get kind of friendly with her. Bart and his other friend actually kind of have like this sexual attraction towards her, and what ends up happening is they get invited to go to this house for Christmas Day and celebrate Christmas, and they end up going to like this house to have like this party, and they're introduced to our character of Joseph, the caretaker of this house, who's played by Vincent Cassel, who is a very odd character when you first meet him. Very smiley and grinny. He's a very interesting character that develops throughout the film. Now, once they get to this town, they end up meeting a lot more of the townspeople in it, and they are odd, and it's starting to figure out that maybe there's something else going on with these group of individuals that wasn't led on to believe, and it's end up finding out the mystery as the film progresses. That's all I'm going to really give away of this one without going too deep into it and without spoiling that much with it. Now, my thoughts on this film, if you don't know what Sheitan means in French, it's kind of the French word for Satan. That is pretty much kind of like a spoiler and things that is going to go on with the rest of the film. This film has a very dark atmosphere, which I highly enjoy, and a lot of like these type of like films that this film represents and goes down with. And this film has amazing performances. Vincent Cassel as an actor in this film is very odd and humorous at times. It's a very interesting performance how his character develops throughout the film. Like I said before, he starts out like as this humorous kind of like wisecracking character, but then as the film progresses, he gets very dark and sinister, and there's a little twists and turns with his character too. There's a very great atmospheric scene where he's actually telling like this story during dinner scene about the devil and stuff, and it's very atmospheric and gut-wrenching when you hear the story and you get like this eerie vibe throughout it. A lot of like sexual tension also in this film. There's a lot of like sexual scenes, including like kind of like a weird like threesome scene that happens in the middle of film near the climax. And there's one weird odd scene that kind of got me like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it involves like this girl like getting off on rubbing a dog's genital parts, and it's just very odd because you don't really get to see that kind of stuff in like American cinema films. There is a few like examples of like weird, like bizarre shit that happens in films, but this one just kind of threw me off guard and stuff. Like, what the hell is going on? And a lot of like cat and mouse stuff with like certain characters, like when the townspeople and Bart and his group meet and have like in that same scene, they're like having like a fun get together in like this hot spring area, and it turns into like a tension filled scene. But all in all, this is a very interesting watch for a film. It has a lot of like underlying tones with like Satanism and tension with its characters throughout it. But I gotta say and admit, the film's not perfect by any means. It does have a lot of like interesting tropes and weird, bizarre scenery and dreamlike sequences that happen like near the end of the film, which could kind of confuse some people because certain characters come back in and out of the film in weird ways, and you're kind of confused after. Until you like rewatch the film again, so it might not be one that you might understand what is going on like on one watch. It might be like something that you would have to like rewatch on, see certain things that happen earlier in the film and the way that to progress and what is actually going on, because it is a very spellbinding sequences and stuff, but I could see them kind of confusing some people also. So this one will get better on rewatchability. It did for me. But yeah, a lot of I can't really say about it because it's a very spoil heavy film of what happens in its ending. But I gotta say, great acting from Vincent Cassel and Roxanne Mosquito. Great performances, and the rest of the cast does an alright job too. And great atmosphere. It's one of those like atmospheric films. If you in a mood for something that's kind of less Christmassy, this film doesn't really have a Christmas vibe, even though it is set on Christmas. It still has like a great atmosphere, and it's one that could be talked about a lot of detail if if a bunch of your buddies have seen it too, and what's actually going on within the film. So I would recommend it. If I had to rate Sheitan, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's a very interesting, like, dwelling into the French extreme movement, and it has a very interesting story and great cast. So I highly enjoyed it, and it's def recommendable. So 8.5 out of 10 for Sheitan. Awesome shit right here. All right, guys, that's it for this review. As always, of course, we'll be back next week, and we're doing a theme week next week. We're going to be doing Torture Week. So yes, it's a very touchy subject. I don't know what to either call it, torture porn or torture, just weak. Because I kind of just don't really dig the word torture porn that much. It's kind of like a taboo word because a lot of people get kind of confused on the meaning of the word also, as I get to see in like other circles that I'm in. But I do highly enjoy a few of the torture. And I'm very excited to check out what kind of films my co-hosts bring up for this discussion and week. So I'll see you then, guys. Peace out.